There we go. Let's try it now. I hit a wrong button or
Yes.
something. Hi, everybody. This is Kara Shirley with Wlbt Plus, and I'm so happy to have you joining me today. Continuing our little series where we are talking to different TikTokers from here in Mississippi and really kind of close to the metro area. I've got another one with us today. She is an up and coming TikToker. She is the foodie girl, reviews a ton of local restaurants, and her name is Kayla Jones.
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here today.
We got here.
We
That's
got
all
here.
that matters.
Got here. There's
Right,
a
sis.
little bit of a hiccup, but it worked out
I'm
just fine.
telling
We
you,
worked
it's
out.
always something.
Always something. So, Kayla, if you don't join her or follow her rather on a TikTok, her TikTok page is Kayla Jones. She's a makeup artist. You are
Spray tans.
spray tans, but her big thing was one thing that she's really gotten a lot of attention for on TikTok. Not that the other things aren't great,
Oh, yeah.
but the
Yeah.
thing that she's really gotten a lot of attention for is her food reviews or restaurant
Mhm.
reviews.
Yeah.
And you review restaurants from all over, but a lot of them are here.
Right.
And
Right.
you called your little series Places to Eat in Mississippi.
I know. Now I wish I would have came up with a more creative name. I mean, I didn't think it was going to do this, but it did. Yes, I stay around this area for right now,
Mhm.
just trying to balance this and my work schedule. But the summer, I'll be branching out more to rather than the central area, I'll go all over Mississippi.
But you've got so many choices, even
Yeah.
just here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be able to hit every single one, but we're going to try.
Certainly going to try.
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit about yourself for those who may not be familiar with you, or if you want to share a little bit of your
Yeah.
outside of TikTok self.
Yeah.
Tell us about you.
So I am a entrepreneur.
Mhm.
I have been in the business world since I graduated high school. I've always had a knack for using my talent and making a living from my talent. I started doing makeup very early, and then I just Estee Lauder, Mac, and then freelance for a while. And then one day, Spray Tans by Kayla was born, and that's just how I've made my living. And I've always been on social media before social media was cool, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah.
I've always done stuff like that, and then I've just kind of just stuck with it. And I think it's the luck of the draw. Some of us get lucky and some of us don't. And that series just happened to
Mhm.
blossom.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I've been doing makeup and spray tans for a long time. And then me eating is what I'm just like, okay.
But I don't think it's just you eating, because it's the way that you do it. It's your beautiful Southern accent,
Yeah.
And your sweet voice, and it's
Yeah.
all combined. And you're like, "Hey, go with me for another place to eat." Like I
Yeah.
really need to put on a Southern accent, but talking about going to eat at
Right.
different places and highlighting them. And
Well, I never was a big foodie until I got married to my husband. He is a very talented cook, and he actually has taught me a lot about food. We love to just try different things, and he is not as comfortable on social media as I am. So we started out just like going to these places, taking pictures of food. And then one day when TikTok became what TikTok was, I was like, let's try this. So when he is here, he kind of helps me talk about, smoke profile and how things should be flavored. And I've just kind of learned from him. So he's actually been my
Yeah.
teacher. And I'm just the one that happens to be the personality of TV personality of it. So when he's here, we do it together, but it's just kind of came what it was, a date night that turned into the next part of my career.
Yeah.
So,
and it's always the things that you never expect. You never expect,
Right.
you think, no, this is, makeup is my passion,
Mhm.
or doing the spray tans, this is my passion.
Right.
And then it's always that unexpected thing.
I think that's my whole life. It's just been unexpected, sticking with what works and chewing on it till I can't chew on it anymore.
Yeah.
I just love to create. I love people. I love helping businesses. I love small business. I love the fact that we have so many different creative, intelligent business owners out here. And some of them are comfortable behind the camera or in front of the camera, and some of them aren't. And
Mhm.
so the ones that aren't, I'm their advocate. I'm the one that helps them.
So let's talk about you going to the restaurants. Are there restaurants that reach out to you? Do they say, "Hey, we'll give you a gift card or whatever if you come and review us"?
So some do.
Hmm.
I don't normally end up taking it, if you will. I'll say, I will come, but I don't want anything for it. I want it to be authentic.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll have, when I went out to Reds, they did invite me, but they didn't know when I was coming.
Hmm.
They didn't know how I was coming, and they didn't even know I was there until one of the waitresses recognized me. So after my review was done, they saw me filming it. After my review was done, someone, they didn't tell me who, someone ended up paying for my food. And that's pretty much the only time that, because I wish I would have known. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have, but that's the only time that it's happened. But I do have business owners that reach out to me. I'll tell them I'm coming, but I'm not telling them when,
Yeah.
because I want it to be authentic. I want it to be real, because I feel like once you start getting things for it,
Hmm.
the authenticity kind of goes out of it
Yeah, well,
just a little bit.
you're kind of scared to give it your full
Yes.
honest opinion because you feel
Mhm.
like you kind of owe them something
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
you
And
know.
that way, if I do it out of my own pocket, I don't owe anyone anything.
Mhm.
Now I am not the type of reviewer that's going to go in looking for the negative.
Right.
I've gone to a couple places that I will not name, obviously, that haven't been great, and I just don't talk about it. I feel
Yeah.
like, no review is kind of
Mhm.
me saying I'm not going to put it out there.
Right.
Me being a small business owner myself, I don't want to do that to someone else
I
when I
love
may
that.
have caught them on a bad day, or they're training new staff or anything like that. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't have anything against my other reviewer friends that do,
Mhm.
because they're not small business. I am.
Yeah.
So I want to be, I want to tell a story. I want to be the one that talks about the places, not just the food.
Mhm.
Talk about the owners, the community where that restaurant is. It, to me, it's more than just food. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can talk about food all day long, but my goal is to be the light that these businesses needed, not somebody that's going to, take their dream and just,
Yeah,
you know,
come in and tear it down.
come in and tear it down.
There's so much out
Yeah.
there. There's so many. You have so many people that will do that. That's it's sometimes it can almost see like that is their goal is to
Right.
see where they can
Right.
find that negative and point to it and
Yeah.
call it out.
Yeah.
And even you say that you're spreading positivity.
Positivity.
Yeah, I love it. But you
Yeah.
say you're spreading that, and you just, I think it resonates too in your voice though,
Right.
and
Right.
how you are just you're so uh, kind and personable, but also I feel like I could sit down and
Right.
have a meal with
Well, I
you.
appreciate that. I try to be kind to everyone that's kind to me.
Mhm.
Now, just because, now, if I go in somewhere and I don't like something, you know, I will say this isn't my favorite, but I will follow up with something that was great.
Yeah,
Because I'm sorry, but unless the experience is just terrible, there's got to be something positive in it. Like, the waitresses were nice, the French fries were good. I mean, I've gone to a couple places where it's like, that could have been better, and I do say that, but I
hmm,
follow it up with, but this made this better. That's
yeah,
what my perspective is. I just don't. I can't do that to someone in real life. I don't want to do that to someone on the internet. But
hmm,
again, to my reviewer friends out there that do, keep doing it.
yeah.
If that's what you want to do, I
You've got
support
your
them.
lane. They've
You've
got their
got your lane,
lane.
I've got mine. This is just the lane that I'm going down.
Right. Right.
So
Well, let's talk. You mentioned a second ago about when you were out reviewing the restaurant and they recognized you. Let's talk
yeah,
about being recognized out
girl,
in
I get
public.
recognized in Goodwill. Okay, I get recognized everywhere, and I love it. I'm a ham. I
Hmm.
love it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just a ham about meeting people and stuff. So when people come up to me, it's a little awkward at first, because
Yeah.
I'm like, do I say nice to meet you? Or I mean,
Yeah.
like, I try to make them feel seen, just as I would want someone to meet someone to make me feel seen. Like, if
Mhm.
I met someone around here that I've always wanted to meet, I would want them to make me feel seen.
Right.
And I think that's why I have such a a good relationship with people is because I see them and they see me. I mean,
Love it.
I think I see you.
I see you. She sees you. She
I
sees
see
you.
you.
I love it. I was looking on your Facebook page the other day, and I noticed that there's a you're talking about a lot of charities that
Mhm.
you support, and there's even something that you do on your
Yes.
own. Tell us about that.
So my beauty pantry is something that I do for women and children, like teenagers in need, who need beauty hygiene products, as far as like toothbrushes, toothpaste, and other things. I have a little toolbox in my shop that's full.
Hmm.
They can reach out to me. I don't. They don't even have to reach out to me. If I'm there, they can come in and get what they want. But usually they'll reach out to me and ask if I have shampoo and stuff. And if they don't want me to see them, I'll leave it out and they can get it. I don't. I'm not able to give out financial assistance, but I am able to help point them in the direction that they need to get that.
Yeah.
Clothes, I will help them find clothes. I will help with their resumes. I have connections everywhere, being in the community that I'm in. If they need a haircut, I have a hairstylist friend that would be more than happy to do it. It's just taking care of women and children. That's just kind of the goal of my beauty pantry.
Hmm.
So,
I love that.
mhm.
I love it because a lot of people, you think of pantry, they think of food, they are
Yes,
taking care of people, but there are some even sometimes there's somebody that is that just a little thing. I just need just this little thing, and it
yes,
makes all the
yeah. I
difference in
mean,
the
because
world.
hygiene products for women are very expensive.
They really
And
are.
it bothers me how expensive they are.
Hmm.
So I keep them in bulk. People donate them to me. Women that don't need them anymore. Everything has to be closed. Everything has to
Right.
be new, or in a closed box. They donate it to me, and then I just keep it. In my new salon that I have now, I don't really have as much space as I did in my old salon, but we did keep food. Now, if somebody is hungry, I will make sure, I will make
Hmm.
sure that they get something to eat. If somebody reaches out and say I don't have dinner tonight, my husband will be happy to cook you up something if he is home. That's just the type of person that he is. But we like to take care of ours.
Yeah.
We would hope, I would hope someone would do that for me, and many have.
Hmm.
When I was growing up, many have helped me. So
Yeah.
I want to be that for someone. Not everyone has a mother figure in their life. And how all of this started was a young girl who didn't have one reached out, needed something, and she just kept coming back. And now she is a very well, very well, she's thriving. She's doing really well. And I
Yeah.
just feel like I was what she needed at that time, as well as somebody else being what I needed at my time. And I feel like that could have made a little bit of difference. It's all about making a difference. That's what I feel like I was put on this earth to do,
Hmm.
is to make a difference, whether it be big or small. If this is the biggest I ever get, as long as I have helped someone, then my work here is done.
Love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I can relate to that so much,
Yes.
so much. One thing I've said before is if everybody would take care of everybody, then
Yeah.
everybody would be
Oh
taken
yeah.
care of. And I mean, it
Yes.
sounds so simple,
Right.
but it's
Yeah.
just about reaching, putting that helping hand out, and you never know when it's that time that
Right.
someone. It really makes all
Mhm.
the difference in their life.
I have a soft spot for women, especially those who have been in domestic situations. I have a deep love and soft spot for them because it has been something that's been present in my life. It has
Hmm.
affected many people that I love, and luckily they had someone to help them. And some women just don't. They don't have anybody to help them, and that's why I'm sorry, I'm going to get teared up, but that's why I have such a love for women, because we are strong,
Hmm.
and then if we have someone to help us realize how strong we are, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely. And I'm going to say that a lot. I want to say one thing. I see a couple of people here saying congratulations twins, and the outfits were not planned. No.
Yeah, she texted me, or she saw my video and she was like, "Is this what you're wearing?" And I was like, "Why?" Because sometimes I can dress a little fun, and I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Because we're twins." And I was like, "Whew."
Yes. No, you're
I told
totally
my husband
okay.
before I came, I was like, when she said that, I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna have to go to Goodwill and find me something to wear. Mhm.
No, I was like, oh, we're kind of matching. We're kind of twinsing today, which is totally
Mhm.
fun. So let's talk more about, go back to your TikTok page. When did you start your TikTok page? How long have you had it?
Oh.
Has it been a long time?
I've had it a long time, a long time. Before it's weird. Like blogging became a thing at the middle of last year where we filmed our daily life and stuff, and I actually love that. I love the fact that people do that. So I've had it a while. I actually started my blogging process while I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for a week. I've got severe autoimmune problems, so me and my husband we were stuck in the hospital for a week, and then I started watching. I was like, you know what, I can do this, and I did it. And then I couldn't really figure out where. They call it a niche, like
Mhm.
something that you do well at. I couldn't really figure out what my niche was. I don't like to vlog at home. Like I do, but I don't like to vlog me cleaning because let's just be real, you know. Okay. And I do vlog my makeup and stuff, and then I vlog what I like. And then I love clothes. Like I
Mhm.
love vintage clothing. I love thrifting. So I kind of went into that. That did okay. My makeup does great. But then the food, me and my daughter, we're going to the cleaners one day, and I walked in and I was like, you know what? There's a lot of cool things here. I said, so let me just, I don't know who's texting me, but I'm on the air. I'm like, this place is cool, but and not many people know about it. So let's take a video. And then one thing led to another, and boom, it just kind of
It kind of grew from there. But see, the cool thing about it is you're being able to use this platform of talking about these different local restaurants and bringing light to them. And it not only does good for the restaurants by bringing light to them, but it also then in turn helps you to be able to fund other things like your beauty pantry or helping people in
Right.
need.
Yeah.
Or
and a lot of people don't know this, but I don't make any money from TikTok.
really,
I can, but I don't.
okay.
I'm able to. I'm eligible to, but I don't. I just don't. And everybody's like, why? And I'm like,
Yeah, because I'm like, why?
Now I will say, like, TikTok, Facebook is where my videos do the best. TikTok is a little bit, I mean, TikTok does great too, but it's like a happy medium. If one does well on Facebook, one will kind of just, on TikTok, and then vice versa. I just don't, I'm not interested in making money from it. I'm just not.
Wow.
I mean, everybody's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know why. I feel like once you start getting into the, I think it's called the Creator Fund, then your views drop tremendously. And I had a goal for myself. I really wanted to get to 50 to 75,000 before I, tried to see what the fund was about. And then I was like, you know what? Why do it at all? Like,
I can
maybe
kind of
I'm just
get
not
it.
being smart about it.
No, I can kind of get it because then it almost can become where it seems like it's a job and it's not something that you enjoy doing, just doing it out of the joy of doing it.
And it's funny, like I tell people that if I thrive off my passion. I'm a very passionate person. I am all in it or I'm not in it at all. And I feel like once things become where I'm having to feel like I have to work for so many views or have to work for so many comments, and then I see TikTok putting a value on what I'm doing, then it kind of just, I already have a job where I make money, so I kind of wanted to keep this fun. And so I was like, everybody's like, why? And I'm like, this is why, because you end up having to work harder at it. I just want it to be something that I do, something that maybe, takes me to, maybe a couple more states or a couple of places in the state where I get to enjoy the experience. Like if I get paid an experience, that's enough for me,
Wow. I'm just like, I'm in awe. And it's, I think that's, I just love that. And I relate to that so much. How it's when something not necessarily becomes hard, but it becomes something you have to do, and then it's like,
like I have to get up and film today. And I don't want that to be something. Now, I will say I do get burned out with everything that I have to do because I'm trying to, run Spray Tints by Kayla, run KMUA Beauty. We have our vintage clothing line, and then I'm a mom, and a stepmom, and then I'm a wife, and then I'm an aunt and a sister. And so I already have so much going on. I wanted my TikTok to be something that I can, use as a creative outlet, show off the clothes that I wear, show up the things that I love, and find friends that love the same thing as me. Because the cool part is, I actually made a friend in London from TikTok. I have friends all over that I've made through this app that support me so much, and I've never met some of these people.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted friends, and that's really kind of why I started it, and then it just kind of took off to some cooler things.
Yes.
So
You're here.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
And
Right.
a lot of a lot of people think because I am in the community so much that I do have a lot of friends, and actually it's quite the opposite. I'm actually a very person who enjoys the company of myself,
Introvert.
and then I do love making friends, so don't get me wrong, but I sometimes feel misunderstood or alone, and I feel like people really can't relate to that. And so when I got on TikTok, I wanted to reach that mom that felt the same way, that kind of does feel alone, female friends wise, that mom that does feel alone, and kind of be someone she can relate to.
Yeah.
So it's brought a lot of positive things to my life. I've actually been able to make friends, meet people, try new food, get out of my comfort zone as far as filming myself looking like this, and filming myself in my natural state, and get away from, thinking I needed to be filtered and edited and stuff. So that was really hard for me. I grew up in the Snapchat filter, animal ear face. I said that the other day on my Facebook. Them things had us in a chokehold.
They did.
And so it's actually been good for me, with my body positivity and my mind, to actually learn to love myself more, seeing myself on camera without all of that. So TikTok has been a very positive influence on me, and now I can turn around and be a positive influence on these business owners who are struggling.
Right. So. And you even said before we started here that you wanted your TikTok page to be a place where people could go knowing they're going to see something positive.
Right. Yes. So, we have so much negative going on, and so much negative out on our page. And I get that the negative is there, and that has to be reported. But positivity can be reported as well. For every negative, there's a positive, and for every negative page, here I am. And I'm not saying that I don't, that I don't think the negative should be talked about. I do, but the positive can be talked about even more. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of intelligent, creative, smart business owners out here that are kind of getting pushed down because of all this negative that's going on. We are more divided than ever right now, and I feel like my page can be the page that brings us all together, because I love to support all aspects of business, not just the restaurant scene. I've been to a couple spas, boutiques, car washes. Anybody that needs some help, I'll be happy. I don't care what. If I have to bungee jump, I mean,
I'm not doing that.
Might not do that. But I will say I will put the gear on.
I put the gear on.
But
I stepped up to the line, but I've never jumped.
Yeah. So I will help any business owner that I can. I really will. It may take me, some time to learn about what you're offering. That way it is authentic, and I will still give my real opinion on it. But I love to help people. I think that's what I was put on this earth to do, is to help.
Well, if we talk about the places to go eat in Mississippi and all of the videos and the TikToks that you've made, can you name a favorite? Can you name a favorite?
You're going to get me in trouble. So
or let's give it the top three.
Then. Top three. Oh, this is rough. My husband is watching, so I'm sure he's like, don't mess this up. So I really, really love Williams and Mendenhall. It's a buffet. I love everything about that place. It's just, everyone is loved there. The community is great. The food is great. I love Williams. I also love Wendell Steakhouse. I really love Wendell. And then the other one that I love, oh Lord, I'm trying to think. Country Fisherman and Pearl. I really like that one too.
Okay.
So, I mean, it just depends on what type of food we're talking about. I have different steakhouses that I love. I have different Italian restaurants I love. I have different seafood restaurants I love. But the places that I have felt the most love coming out are Williams and Country Fisherman, stuff like places like that.
Love
So,
that.
mhm.
What about it has made you feel loved there?
I think when you walk in and you can see people of um if you walk in and see you can see a lot of diversity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what makes me feel the most love. I feel like if you make me feel welcome and then you make my other friend over here feel welcome that doesn't look like me, then I think that you're doing a great job no matter what your food tastes like.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I mean it's just the community, um the the warmth of a place. That's what makes me feel the love.
Love it.
The customer service. That's you know the main thing.
So you're on TikTok and you're on Facebook.
Mhm.
Are there any other social media platforms you're on?
No, I am thinking about starting a podcast. That's something that's in the works that
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of me and my husband are kind of thinking about. But just right now, Facebook and TikTok.
TikTok.
When TikTok was talking about disappearing, or when they were talking about taking TikTok away, I did think about going over to YouTube. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did it, but I was just like, you know what? Facebook will probably be that's where my social media kind of started. And that's probably where I'll stay.
Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I love it. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to talk to you
I
today.
enjoyed it too.
I enjoy getting to watch your videos. Like I said, it's just when that you hear your sweet voice. Y'all come with me,
Yeah. That's one thing I am. I am
Yeah.
Southern.
But
I'm short and Southern. That's what everybody says. Because a lot of people don't know that I'm 4'8". So when they meet me, they're like, because I usually wear big platform shoes.
Uh-huh.
And so when they meet me and I'm in regular shoes, they're like, I didn't know you was as tiny as you are.
Well, you down there,
Girl, you down. Yeah. So.
No. Well, if you see her show up in your restaurant or small business,
I come in peace.
She comes in peace, and she
Yeah.
comes with positivity.
Positivity.
So do it positivity.
Tea.
I don't do it as a fluidly and
You can do it.
cool
We
as
can
you.
do it.
All
We
right.
can do it.
But no, so if you see her coming into your restaurant, she comes to bring goodness and to spread joy
Right.
there. So,
Unless your mac and cheese is bad. My daughter will say,
Mm-mm. That's where we draw the line.
Yes.
I have a daughter that is a mac and cheese connoisseur as
Yeah,
well.
that's what she grew up eating, and that's what she loves. And so I usually let her be the one
to judge
to
it.
judge the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And so I know instantly if it's good or if it's not good.
Well, you can find Kayla on TikTok, on Facebook. Go follow her and support her so that she can continue to support and shine the light on
Yes.
more businesses
Yes.
around the area. And just follow her.
Liking and sharing is important because not only does it help me, it helps the business as well.
Right.
I mean, it only goes so far on my page, and if one person shares it, then another person might share it. So sharing and liking and commenting on small businesses posts is essential for us to thrive anyway.
Yeah.
So if your friend has a small business and you want to help them, you can like and share for free. You know? So I try to like and share as much as I can.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Well, guys, that is going to be it for WLBT Plus today. We will be back Monday, Memorial Day, but we'll be back Monday, 2:30 today, though. Our First Alert weather team is going to be here to go over the forecast with you. We are expecting rain over the weekend, especially, unfortunately, on Memorial Day. A big chance of rain. So you want to be here to talk to them, to learn all the details about that. Kayla, again, thank you so much for coming on.
Having me.
I really appreciate it.
I had so much fun.
I have a lot of fun too. Well, you guys have a great, safe weekend, and we will see you later.
Bye.